Hello, people. I have made videos called Despotism 1 and 2, which explains basically how our Congress looks at life. How it first forced us into the Declaration of Independence, why it was in the Declaration of Independence, forced us into a Revolutionary War, and how we have gotten into a situation of despotism. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what is called enlightened despotism. First, to understand, when an individual wants to call themselves enlightened on anything, they put themselves above everybody else. And at that point, they have actually crossed over the line of possibly learning or being knowledgeable to become a moron, because they consider themselves an expert. I am enlightened, so therefore I know more than others. I have found that to be very true with a lot of very intelligent people. They are nothing more than self-glorifying morons because they're too stupid to know there may be somebody out there that knows a little bit more than they know. I will never be enlightened. I will become knowledgeable, but never enlightened. Because there's always somebody out there who can teach me a little bit more about almost anything. Now, enlightened despotism. Despotism is a very socialist, very democratic, very controlling idea. Actually, hearing several talks about it, referring to the common everyday people as Homo simpson type, cattle, non-knowledgeable, violent, alcoholics, and a bunch of other very negative. And this is what these people truly believe, the progressives, that they are the enlightened, and that the average day person is really non-educational, non-knowledgeable, unable to think and reason. Not knowing that they themselves have reached the point of where they're beyond reason. They cannot reason because they truly believe their ideas are the right ones and only them. This is what we're dealing with progressives, the extreme left of the quote-unquote Democrat Party, probably even the middle of the Democrat Party. They truly believe you all out there are Homo Simpsons type people. I've heard several people refer to it. And they truly believe in the process of repetition to guide and steer the common people. I have listened to the debate a little bit over the repeal of the Obamacare pile of non-medical insurance regulation. A Democrat got up there and started saying something. If you say it over and over and over and over again, you could get the people to start believing it, like the Nazis did in Germany about the Jews, and we had the Holocaust. The truth is, trying to get that Obamacare passed through Congress, I heard over and over and over and over and over again how it is the program we need. I heard over and over and over again how it will be this great thing. I heard over and over, like the Nazis, like the socialists, and anybody else who wishes to brainwash people, done over and over again. to steer you, the American people, to think what they want you to think. And yet, this Democrat had the audacity to get up there and accuse someone else who uses the same tactic that he had been using, and then call them Nazis? The guy ought to doggone look in the mirror before he speaks. Oh, but wait a minute. He's an enlightened individual. Therefore, he can't think and reason. Anything he says is going to be great anyway. And that's how you see how moronic they really are. By looking at their actions, looking at what they do, and hearing what they say. Now, there's another way to go to counter despotism and the enlightened despotism, despot. And that is two things. First and foremost, truth. And I did a video about truth. How I cannot accept George Washington as the first president. And how the truth must be the truth. And no other thing will be accepted. No little lie, no minute lie. Because once you add a piece of a lie to the truth, it becomes a lie. That's the first thing, truth. And the second, I call reason. And if you want to give it a fancy name, we'll call it enlightened reason. Because when you go look for the absolute truth, and you take the reason to find the truth, when you find the absolute truth, I guess you will have reached the enlightened reason. So, to counter the Democrats, the Constitutionist Party has to be based on truth, not repetition, and reason. To be honest with you, who knows more about what you need out there? Who knows more about the suffering you have? The Democrats in Washington, D.C., or you? Don't answer it. Just think about that. Who knows what you feel? Who knows what you go through? What type of government do you want? One of the people, by the people, for the people? Or one of the political parties for the world? Of the world, for the world. So they're going to get the taxes from you. You're going to have to decide. What do you want? Because that is the decisions you're making. Just like the third political party. Some people are not reasoning why it's so important. By producing a third political party, major party, we have just wiped out the control of any individual political party. By producing a third political party, everybody who votes extremely matters because nobody knows who's going to win that election. These are reasons. These are truths. By producing a third major political party, the unscrupulous will have a much more difficult job in trying to get control. The enlightened despots will be cornered by the other two political parties and reduce the effect they have on you, the individual. Unlike the Democrat Party, the Constitutionis is a person who's going to have to believe in the people because they are the party and the Constitution. They have no other choice. To counter despotism, we have constitutionalism. Another new word from the Constitutionist Party, me. So, you have here this video about enlightened despotism versus truth and reason, and you have the two videos I did about despotism. It ties it all together. Despotism is a total totalitarian rule over people. An enlightened despot believes they must rule over you. They are to guide you. They are to steer you. They are the ranchers. You are the cattle. Everybody has Homer Simpson inside them. Whereas a Constitutionist believes you are the leaders. We listen from you. And every human being has reason. And we seek the truth so that the truth would be known, and use reason to decide. And if you want to call it enlightened reason, that's fine. I will never. Because when you call yourself enlightened, you just place yourself above everybody else. And I'm sorry, I have yet to meet anybody greater than me, but yet to meet anybody less than me. So that makes everybody equal to me, no matter what I do and whatever I do in my job. The day I'm elected president, I am still equal to every single American citizen. Not better, not less. But at the same time, every one of you are as great as the President of the United States in my eyes. You see? That's the way I feel. That's my truth. Those are my reasons. You, the people of the United States of America, our forefathers found the nation for. Despotism has no place in our government. Enlightened despots, socialism, European-style governments have no place in our government. Our forefathers set up this country not to be like Europe, not to have a controlling government over the people, but to have a people over the government, to having the controlling people over the government. Now, does that mean each and every one of you get to say, hey, you will do this and the government does it? No. It says you, the people, not the person. You must understand that. And that you must understand. Okay? So, when you hear despotism, your hairs in the back of your head better stand up. When you hear enlightened despotism, despots, whatever you want to call it, or enlightened government, or enlightened Democrats, get that hair on the back of your head stand up. For all they're going to do is try to brainwash you by repeating, and repeating. Remember, the foundation of brainwash is to repeat over and over and over again until you start believing it. Whereas the foundation of the Constitutionist Party is, here's the facts as we know it. You check it out. You use your reason. You will find the truth, because the truth is what matters, and you are the government. Thank you. This is JD.